And good afternoon, everyone. Brandon Redmond here at the IndianaWeatherOnline.com Forecast Center, bringing you the latest information on what could be a very busy evening across the area. A lot to talk about, but first off, let's look at current conditions right now at Indianapolis. This is part of the problem. We have temperatures right now, 56 degrees. The humidity level, 90%. That means the dew point's 55, creating a very unstable atmosphere. And with winds out of the south at 20 miles per hour, we're going to continue to see those temperatures rising and might make a run at 60 degrees. In fact, looking at some of the temperatures right now, 63 in Terre Haute, 65 in Cincinnati, it's 71 in Louisville, and 65 over in the Evansville area. Very unstable air mass, and that warm air is advecting north. As that warm front moves to the north, the warm air over that cold snowpack, it is creating some fog problems, and in fact, we do have some dense fog that's formed north of Indianapolis across portions of north central and northern Indiana. Could see visibilities this afternoon below 1/4 of a mile, so watch out for changing visibility and road conditions. Definitely going to be a concern for the next couple of hours. Quickly changing topics, we are watching a lot of severe weather forming out to our west. In fact, a brand new tornado watch for southwestern Indiana, and this does include the Evansville area. That goes until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. St. Louis and portions of western Illinois under a severe thunderstorm watch. And if we take a look at our current radar, you can see those warning boxes across western Illinois. In fact, a pretty strong squall line already forming as of 3:45 this afternoon. It's going to continue to race off to the east, and we think it'll start to impact portions of western Indiana around 6 o'clock, and all of Indiana will see strong and maybe some severe thunderstorms between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. tonight before those storms move off into Ohio. Here's our stormcast for today. Enhanced risk of severe weather, including Evansville, Cincinnati, and Louisville, south of Indianapolis. That's where we think the best chance of widespread damaging winds and tornadoes will be. In those areas in the red, areas in the orange, some severe storms possible with widespread damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour. And even as far north as the areas in yellow, I know it's hard to believe. I know a lot of you in the areas in yellow still have temperatures in the middle 30s. I know up by Fort Wayne, temperatures right now only around 36, some dense fog, but this warm front will move north quickly. It'll bring some warmer air, and there's a lot of dynamics at work with this system. A lot of strong upper-level winds. That means that the possibility of some damaging winds and maybe some stronger thunderstorms does exist all the way up almost to the Michigan border. So what are we looking at today? Well, a high risk of flooding, a moderate risk of maybe some isolated tornadoes, and the main threat today, a high risk of damaging winds. We could be looking at wind gusts as high as 60 to 70 miles per hour, maybe even some higher gusts. And that's in the thunderstorms. In fact, outside of thunderstorms overnight tonight into the day tomorrow, we have high wind advisories and warnings in effect. Behind that cold front, winds could gust as high as 50 to 60 miles per hour. Definitely a pretty big threat out there with the damaging winds, both from thunderstorms and from outside of thunderstorms as we head into the night tonight and into the day tomorrow. Our future cast, well, it's showing that line of thunderstorms entering the state at 6 o'clock. Our concern is that we could get some supercells firing ahead of that squall line. Any supercells that do form will be capable of producing damaging winds and maybe some isolated tornadoes. That will be our biggest concern, and it'll be something that we're watching closely. And as we take a look at our flood watch is in effect for Indianapolis and Fort Wayne, Lafayette, Cincinnati, Louisville. The only part of Indiana it does not include is southwestern Indiana. That flood watch goes until tomorrow. The biggest concern is that with the snow on the ground, also another 1 to 2 inches of rain and frozen rivers, we could get river flooding and maybe some street flooding. A lot of concern for some flooding across northern Indiana, where flood warnings were already issued this morning. In addition to the severe weather threat, flooding will definitely be a pretty big concern as we head into the overnight hours. And this forecast update is brought to you by the Boot Box Online, and check them out if you have any boots that you need to order, www.thebootboxonline.com, and Nettle Creek Hardware, located in Hagerstown, Indiana. Again, that's our video forecast for today. We'll be here with you all evening, keeping you updated on the latest on the severe weather and also the flooding and damaging wind threat. We'll have updates on our website, Twitter, and on our Facebook page. Thanks for tuning in. Keep it on IndianaWeatherOnline.com for the latest weather information throughout the afternoon and the evening.